Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more RimWorld, returning to a no-hope playthrough. And finally, Hendy is up and about. As a matter of fact, I think it's high time we rename him. Now, we are having some issues, unfortunately, with him, as he has a lot of needs, but he's eating food right now, and I'm hoping that will get rid of the urgently hungry issue that we currently are having with him. But let's go ahead and rename him. And as we have been doing, I think it's about time we renamed him to Chewbacca, as we already have Han, so now we have Chewbacca. Alright, now we're at a point where we have 6 members of the colony, and we have a pretty dire food situation. We only have 2 meals currently, and we also have some other warnings over here. Colonist needs treatment. Who's that? R2-D2. Thought we treated you. Alright, so you do have a scratch. We had a manhunter pack of boom rats that caused a lot of pandemonium and really injured Luke badly. Fortunately, he's not going to have any permanent side effects of all those injuries, it doesn't look like. So, whenever old Ben wakes up, which I'm not exactly sure when that's going to be, as he may have been up all night patching up people in the first place, we're going to work on that. And hopefully, as Chewbacca gets food, yeah, it does go down from extreme break risk down to major break risk. And Chewbacca is going to be the person that's going to be working on our research, which is going to really help us out, because currently we don't really have anyone else that's good at that. Of course, the other thing we need to start working on immediately is cooking, which C-3PO is fortunately working on. As other people wake up in the morning, there will be no meals, so we got to get on that. Unfortunately, we have a number of cows here as well who have just eaten one of our meals. It looks like Han already had a meal on his person, so that's good to see. Now, Han is our main grower, but currently not having a whole lot to do. Now, we do have some boom rats to consume for food, and we also have some meat already in storage from when we slaughtered one of the 4 cows that we had after it gave birth to a calf. And it looks like Chewbacca is now fully healed. Now, unfortunately, all of our better doctors are Luke and old Ben, and old Ben is still sleeping here. Okay, well, we have a Chewbacca's throwing a party. Well, he's new to the colony, so good that he does that. I'm kind of curious if he will attend, though. Let's draft and undraft him just to see if he'll attend his own party. There he goes. Sometimes it seems like there's a weird thing with research where people don't properly leave. Okay, old Ben is there for the party. Fortunately, Luke cannot attend. But that does look like it's helped as far as the mood of a lot of people. And hopefully that'll mean Chewbacca won't light things on fire, as he is a pyromaniac just like Han. It's funny that they both share that attribute. Unfortunately, we have a little bit of issues. Ooh, mad animal. Okay, so that's going to be a camel. Alright, so R2-D2 is probably going to be our main fighter at this point. I haven't been really happy with the performance, though, of this heavy SMG. Where is the mad camel? Over here. Let's just make sure. There might be 2 of them, as there were more than one mad rat when Han was attacked. Alright, so R2-D2 is not fully healed, though, fortunately. I am thinking it's only 1. Okay, so Han is currently cleaning blood. Why don't you go... Go do something else, somewhere else. There There, go clean blood over there. You, draft, start coming over here. As you are close by, I'm not overly concerned with a camel. I still should probably get into the area. Alright, I'm going to back off here so the gun turrets do not shoot her. Alright, I'm not happy with this situation at all. Alright, good. Okay. Undraft you. So, yeah, I'm definitely not happy with the heavy SMG. It just seems to be not accurate enough. Now, Luke is still the better shot out of the two, and I would prefer him to get this charge rifle, but we really need to get better weapons. We don't really have much in the way of firearms outside of a sniper rifle, which I already don't like, as you usually don't get too many opportunities for shots on target with a sniper rifle before they're on top of you, and it has such a long cooldown time. Alright, well, I think it's time that, first off, what do we have bills-wise? So we are still doing that. We have our scrap area still to set up, so somebody has to finish the construction over here. And then we can start setting up traps over here. We still have this area open, and that's eventually going to be a trap zone like what we have over here. Alright, well, the killing of that camel is going to help. Alright, Luke is no longer incapable of walking. People are getting food poisoning. Unfortunately, because C-3PO is not that good of a cook, but Luke's our better cook. And the main reason why he's not cooking is because he's been out of commission to an extent. But hopefully he'll be up and about soon, as C-3PO does the butchering of the animals. I do have tattered apparel with Luke. Let's take a look at him really quickly. So, gear. It is probably the t-shirt and the armor vest that's doing that. So, let's get him a better t-shirt. So, let's take a look. I don't know how many t-shirts I have. I see one here. This is a decent quality t-shirt. So, where's Luke? There he is. Force you to wear that. Now you can go to bed. He still has tattered apparel because we haven't switched him out to a better vest. I'm going to have to look around for that. Looks like most of our vests are below that point anyway. So we might just have to deal with that tattered apparel. But when we get the opportunity, I'd like to change that, obviously. And finally, we have that door completed. All right, so we have enough slate to finish off the doors, so I'm going to go ahead and set that up now. Okay. And as far as the other stone that we have, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's make it out of limestone. That way we can make... Because the traps are fairly expensive, if I remember correctly. We made that out of slate. Yeah, it's 70 a pop. So, seems like right now, slate is the main resource that we're creating here. So, we are running out of chunks in here. Now, we could always mine for more. It's not that big of a deal, but... it's the convenient resources that I'm kind of losing out on here. I don't want to give anyone a defensible zone that they can sit at. So I'll eventually be picking up a lot of these stone groups here. But I'm hoping tomorrow is going to be a good day for us, because Chewbacca is going to be fully healed, and we'll be working a lot on research. And considering that he's good at research, we'll be able to do that. One of our cows just became pregnant. And I think what I'm going to do is, as cows give birth, I'll get rid of older cows, more than likely, and just kind of keep the same 4 population going. Because I think that's what we can sustain right now. Granted, we are very low still on meals, but that's because we did not cook all that much yesterday. Unfortunately, we are still not cooking here because C-3PO is hauling. Which we should be done with those jobs here pretty soon. The big problem is Luke is still in bed. Oh, no you don't. He was about to feed... No, stop that. There we go. Trying to feed Luke raw meat there. Unfortunately, Han just ate raw meat. I was not able to catch him before he did that. No, seriously, there are meals. Stop that. No, seriously, stop it. It's because the cows are eating the meals. But here we go, there's one. Oof. I'm going to have to be on top of that, because that was not good that Han just ate that raw meat. I'm going to have to take a look at him. He didn't really seemingly get sick, but we can't do that. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye over here on our food. Make sure more of that does not happen. Now, as far as hunting goes, we have another camel nearby here that we could kill to get a little bit more meat. Matter of fact, where's R2-D2 right now? Right there. Not a great hunting weapon, unfortunately, but I think I'm going to draft her and bring her over here. And then, while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and do our first trap here. Alright, come over here and kill this damn camel. There we go. Oh, another cow's pregnant. Alright, that's good. Alright, so we're starting to turn the meal situation around. Which honestly is this bad because we had that blight happen just before our crops were harvestable. Alright, we have a solar flare, which is going to knock our electricity out. Which means that we're not going to be able to make any more meals. And we're also not going to have any refrigeration during this period. Hopefully it doesn't last long. And at the very least, we'll be butchering these animals while this is ongoing. We may have idle colonists because a lot of things that we have are dependent upon electricity. This is where a non-electrical stove might actually pay off. That's a nice place to throw up. It was R2-D2 that just did that, right? Got a little bit of food poisoning. Alright, a psychic drone. Alright, so it's going to be males. We'll have to see how bad it is here in a second. So it's a medium one. So we're out of meals yet again, and that is because we cannot cook. I have to be careful here. What are you doing? Hauling boomerang leather. I may have to forbid all this for the meantime to stop them from eating it. I cannot have them eat raw food while this is ongoing. The other concern I have, though, is that this stuff will spoil if we do not get our refrigeration back online soon. Alright, so we have 2 colonists idle. That's not good. I could give them things to do. For instance, I can build another slate trap here. And then outside of that, we do have some stone here. So we could make a sandstone wall over here. I would eventually want to put doors in to allow my people through so that they can set the traps. Because ideally, this will be the path. And then, yeah, so we have a little bit of slate. Not enough. I'm trying to think how I would do this. So I'd probably put the first trap here. So we're going to knock out here, 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 here. How many did we do over here? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. I'll worry about the wall construction here in a little bit. All right, go away, solar flare. Seriously. All right, well, we'll just speed through time here. There we go. So the temperature here should drop. We'll be able to cook tomorrow. I'm hoping Luke will be back up on his feet. We have starvation for R2-D2. I may wake up C-3PO early. I'm not 100% on that. Yeah, I'm going to wake her up. So we can get some meals going here. So that in the morning when these guys wake up, they'll be good to go. Oh, I never really noticed this clear prioritization button. So I don't have to draft these guys again or in the future. Okay. So that's 4 simple meals. And we have 4 cows, and they'll probably wake up first. So how about you go consume a meal, because you're starving. And you need to get right back on to cooking here. Before the others wake up and start eating raw meat. So get over there. Because there go the cows. What little bastards they are. Alright, but our crops are growing here. We're at 91%, so we're going to have potatoes coming in pretty soon. And hopefully the food situation will turn itself around. But it's going to be harder to sustain a colony of essentially 10 mouths to feed. 6 colonists, 4 cows. And we're barely keeping ahead at this point of the mouths. Alright, so let's get over to this structure. And first I want to do slate block just to finish this off. And then we have a decent amount of sandstone, so switch over to that. We'll do our little columns. And then probably this will be the end path. And then we could make this a kill box later. Of course, affording the stone to build all the doors that we're going to require to finish this off, and then the stone to make the traps is going to be really challenging. But I think once we get 3 traps on every path, we're going to at least get a little bit defendable. Okay, sad wander for Luke. Alright, that's unfortunate. But of all the things that could happen, not as bad. And finally, we have the potato crops coming in. So this is going to be fantastic from a food standpoint. At this point, it's just a matter of coming and having everything be cooked. I'm going to clear the prioritization so that C-3PO doesn't work themselves to death, because that can happen. And hopefully Luke is not going to have any problems with food. Okay, Luke's fully healed. That's good. Just have to wait for him to be done with his sad wander. Which probably happened because of that psychic drone. But yeah, the potato crop coming in here is going to be fantastic for us. This means at the worst, people can eat raw potatoes, which is a lot better than eating raw meat. And also, our cows are probably going to have more of an inclination to eat the raw vegetables than they are to eat the simple meals. So that's good as well. And because Han is such a good grower, we're getting quite a lot of potatoes here. We're at over 500 at this point. Now, granted, you consume several to make a simple meal. Okay, a camel just self-tamed. Let's make sure that we're on the right one. No, thank you. We already have enough animals as is, and the cows, I think, are a better deal for us, as they do produce milk, and as they reproduce, as they are doing, we can kill them off and get meat out of them too. So yeah, I would much rather just put the camel to death. Fortunately, Luke is still having his mental break. Alright, so we're down and out as far as simple meals go, but we now have almost 700 potatoes. Problem is C-3PO needed a rest because we woke her up early. Outside temperatures are at about 105. We are into the summer now. We still have not slaughtered the camel, which is about to eat food. Damn. The problem is C-3PO is our main animal handler. Who's our other animal handler? We do have a number. Technically, old Ben can do it. Matter of fact, I think I have everybody set to handle except for R2-D2. So we're going to probably prioritize killing this thing pretty soon. As soon as anybody wakes up, pretty much. When that's going to happen. Alright, let's go ahead and speed up time here while we have the night. Sometimes the mental breaks, it frustrates me how long they last. Okay, so it looks like Luke is out of it. Out of the... Alright, yeah, go ahead and eat a potato. But once you're done with that, can you kill the camel, please? No. Actually, can you kill the camel, please? Thank you. And unfortunately, C-3PO is up before a lot of everybody else is, so we're going to have a few meals here. One meal here. Mad animal. So we have a camel. I'm going to assume it is over here, because there's a bunch of camels over here. Alright, well, we don't have anybody up right now, but it's probably going to be R2-D2 that we draft. The upside is, it might die on our traps and our defenses, so it might not even be worth doing anything about. Although, on the other hand, it might go the long way around to avoid the trap. I'm not exactly sure what this camel's up to. Could also be because nobody's gone outside. It's not coming. Although now old Ben's gone outside. Apparently our defenses are kind of confusing it. I wasn't sure exactly how the AI would react at this point. So I'm just going to wait until R2-D2 gets back up. And we'll deal with it then. Okay, there's R2-D2. She's going to go eat a meal. Okay. Draft you. I'm going to see if I can convince it to come down this corridor at first. Yeah, it looks like it's working. You know what, I'll leave this at a cliffhanger. Will the camel get through our defenses and kill R2-D2, or will it just die on the traps or be shot by R2-D2? We'll have to see in the next episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.